Hello, my name is Joshua Blackburn. Today I'll be going over kids count in Oklahoma. And to give more, a little more information about me and my credentials, I'm a safety major. I'm minoring in comm. In communications, I focus more on public relations, crisis communications, risk, and stuff like that. So today, like I said, we'll be talking about kids count in the state of Oklahoma. To give you some background of what it is and how it works and what they do. Here's a little stats page for y'all. So as you can see, we have Oklahoma on the left on each of these, and the United States on the right to compare how everything goes. Overall rank, we're 36 out of 50. We are 28th in economic well-being, 39th in education, 29th in health, and 39th in family and community. More specifically today, I'm going over education. As you see, the four stats that we're going over will be young children not in school, 4th graders not proficient in reading, 8th graders not proficient in math, and high school students not graduating on time. As you can see, it says better, worse, NA for both sides. So we're getting better in young children not in school. We are better in 4th graders not proficient in reading. We've gotten worse in 8th graders not proficient in math. And we are the same in high school students not graduating on time. So after all this, the question is, why do we need this and why should we care? Well, why we need this is education is the foundation for the rest of our lives. I think that is a good statement to remember as we go through this, as we remember that we all learned education we got here because of our education from our past. Getting better education provides a more attractive workforce, meaning the better education we have, the better we're going to look for job searches and stuff like that. And the fact is that we're all getting an education here in Oklahoma at a state fund in the university. So I think one major key way that we can do this and satisfy this question that we have is to improve education. Education, we need to target pre-K through 4th grade enrollment. I think if we instill into our young children that education is important, that we can increase the chance of them growing up and realizing that education is important, thus increasing the rank of our education overall. So how do we do that though in terms? So we already have a kind of a Head Start program called Oklahoma Early Childhood Program, the OECP. And what they do is they worry about early childhood development. So they started in about 2005, 2006, and in 3 years from 2006, we had 720 enrollment in pre-K. And in 2015, they increased that number to 2,605. I think if this program would be expanded, this would increase pre-K enrollment, and thus increasing education overall. I looked some stats for Connecticut to see because they're number one in young children not enrolled in the U.S. They're number one about that. They have a Head Start program just like Oklahoma, known as the Smart Start. This provides matching funds to public school districts to open preschool enrollment. Pretty much they give them more money for if they open pre-K enrollment, thus letting them do more to allow them to get more young children really excited about school and learning about school and stuff like that. I think if Oklahoma did this, I think this can improve education tremendously, and it's kind of a long-term deal because obviously we're targeting young children and not now, so it'll be hard to determine how effective this will be and right now because obviously this is a long-term deal because we're targeting young children. So that's kind of a counter argument to this because it won't give you immediate results. But I think it will pay off once these young children are in high school era, so they will start seeing how our education will rank up and will be good. So to kind of close it all out, I think if we don't act on this, Oklahoma education will still continue to linger around the bottom 10 of the United States. And budget cuts have really affected education in Oklahoma. A good example is what happened to Southeastern. You know, like I can't even, some professors in some certain departments can't even print you off a piece of paper anymore because they're like, oh, I just got posted on Blackboard because of the budget cuts, and make you print it off. So I think if we can make funding towards this early schooling and these the OECP, and instill that, yeah, education should be a huge part of our government and community and stuff like that, that we can build a better tomorrow because of our education importance, and thus turning around an attractive workforce from Oklahomans. Thank you so much.